It's time for the greatest athleticism you've ever seen in your life. The professionals are quaking in their boots. With the many videos out there of people that excel in their sport, there's a series, as it is now time to watch me suck at bowling.
Hello and welcome to the final 5th week of March's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling from Wakefield Bowladrome for Bulger's Bowl-O-Rama in Wakefield, Massachusetts. As you've seen, the first video looks nothing like it and is nowhere near as filthy as the Bulger-Rama, let's call it that. Anyway, we're on lane number 19. There's a stupid restriction and there's a family not really adhering to it, and if they're not, I'm not. So we're going to see how an unfiltered, no restrictor, let's call it a restrictor plate on the mouth. Considering the air restriction, and I've pulled it back so I can inhale air, so I can breathe and cool down slightly. I am grossly overheating, so yeah, we're not going to be sticking around much. Or maybe we might, because someone's not wearing them, so I'm not going to wear one. And I've heard, unless somebody comes in and complains, nobody in this town really cares. That's what I heard. It may be entirely wrong. So how will this last game go, now that since nobody's following the stupid guideline? Let's find out. Game 1, frame 1, ball 1. Other people aren't wearing them. I'm not gonna now. Let's see how this turns out. Ball 2. Ball 3. Not to the right enough. Anyway, we got an 8. For those of you who like the pin setters, here's the bowler edge. And there you go. Frame 2, ball 1. There it is. Ball 2. Running a slightly elevated platform, a little less than Mason's. So I duck down a little like this. Of course that had to happen. Red Eagle does it in. I guess this is how we're going to end it, on a whimper with 4. So far with a slightly better average, we're tying the worst game 1. We had a 9 in 1 in that one, we got 8 here. We had a 3 in second frame, we got a 4 here. We got a 12 here, which is the same there. Frame 3, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Yeah, suckage is still the same, but with a lot more energy. That's a 9. Frame 4, ball 1. 2. There's Bob Caleri again. Ball 3. Welcome to Masons. I think I know what the screw shot at the end is going to be. That's another. Well, this might be the crash and burn. Again, we're averaging the same. 8 in game 1, 9 in 5, 10 in 4, 9 here in game 5. Again, same number, 30. Frame 5, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Now it's the worst game. We got 8. Frame 6, ball 1. I'm wrong. We're still tied for the worst. Ball 2. Ball 3. And still tied with the previous game. 8. Well, comparing the low of game number 1. Well, actually, game 1 and 3 were the same ultimately, but game number 1 and game number 5 is exactly the same for these two frames, a pair of 8s, and the same score, a 46. Frame 7, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. And I guess we're going to end like we usually do with a whimper. That's an 8. Frame 8, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Game over. That's 7. We're not going to make it. Yeah, now we got too used to being restricted. Or just plain stuck. Well, obviously the latter's true. 8 and 7, 7 and 8. Say goodbye to a good game, unless we mark or get all 10s. I mean, a 9 will help too. 61. Frame 9, ball 1. The strike streak is officially dead. Ball 2. If I were good, there's a chance at a spare. Ball 3. got 9. Give me a clean plate. 2 balls away from a Putnam Street City Tournament practice shot ball one. Yep, that split killed it. Time for the Putnam Street City Tournament practice opening shot. Game was dead like it mattered. Alright, this is the end. I'm gonna be leaving after this because now the one family that gave me the clearance to go without a restrictor plate over the mouth is now gone, and everybody's got a restrictor plate. So I'm done because I'll overheat otherwise. Anyway, we end like we usually do in a whimper. 9 and 9, 6 and 10. Never getting any better. I think my prime has passed. 76. How typical. And that's how we end March 2022's edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling from Wakefield Bowladrome, or Bulger's Bowl-O-Rama in Wakefield, Massachusetts. I definitely will come back when the restrictions are gone. This is George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed this game at my expense and have a good one.